Let's vote.
Wednesday.
Make sure you.
Restate the motion.
I make a motion that we approve $450 to repair the elevator door on the 5th floor of Building 4, and the vendor will be the Bennett Welding Mobile and Shop.
Insured?
Incidentally, 450 does not require 3 bids. I just read the docs this morning.
Okay, yes, exactly.
I seconded the motion.
Okay, all in favor? Motion is passed unanimously.
I wanted.
Oh, I'm sorry. Voting, is that a yes? I'm sorry.
Yes.
That's a yes. The motion is approved unanimously.
Okay, number 2. Another thing I have reviewed with Holly, apparently Building 5, I was not aware of it, has had a defective fire alarm system for probably close to a year.
You're kidding me. You mean their fire,
The fire alarm system is not working.
how fast can we get that fixed?
Anyway, after going through a couple of vendors, Holly has recommended this, Mr. Correntes, who he's familiar with, and they want $7,400 to completely redo the system. Remove the existing pull stations, horns, fire alarm, control panel, install buttons, strobes, smoke detectors, new wiring, connections, and get approval by the Plantation Fire Department.
That will require 3 bids.
Didn't we have another
And,
bid?
you
We
know-
had another bid.
Speaking for a minute.
Is that right?
I know we had the same problem in our building way back when I was first vice president. I was in Boston and I got a call
Only 5.
and our alarms were going off at 2 o'clock in the morning. They said it was like $70,000 to bring all our alarm systems up to code. I told them not to do anything. I flew down from Boston. I got a hold of, I don't know who the person was, but I'm sure I can find him again. And he charged us $2,000 and he sent the circuit board down and had the re-circuit board, and it only cost our building $2,000.
All right, get in touch.
Now, from my understanding about these fire systems, there's only certain things that can go wrong with them. You have the circuit board, which controls the whole operation. Then you have the pull things. If a pull thing's gone, and Sebastian knows this because he had the same problem in his building, and he more or less did it the same way I did it. But he owns them, I ain't gonna get the details of it. But anyway, it's either a pull box, it's either the circuit board, or there was one more thing it could be, and I forget, the horn.
Heat detectors, horns,
Yeah, but I mean, we don't have those. If you bring it up to code, then you need all that stuff. If you're just,
you gotta bring it up to code.
not if you're, no, this is how I got around it. If
Right,
you repair,
that was then, this is now.
no, this was
5 years ago in building.
Jerry, can I finish first? Jerry, can I finish? Can I finish?
Okay, well, we're wasting time, and I don't have.
Jerry, can I finish?
Let's go.
All right, it's only gonna take me 2 more minutes. You can spend all the money.
All right, go.
All right. I mean, it's either the circuit boards, or it's a couple of the pull things, or it is the horn. Those are the only things that go wrong with the fire. If you bring it up to code, they gotta put things inside each unit, and there's a lot of involvement.
And if you don't bring it up to code, are we?
No, and I was told, if you repair it, and it's the same piece of equipment, and you repair it, or if you're just doing a few, how many was it that you could repair on the pull stations, 3 to 5?
I forgot if it was a 7.
But if it's under a certain amount of pull stations, you do not have to bring it up to code. You can just repair it. So I'm just making suggestions to save you.
All right, good. Now he has been
Jerry, how much is this again? How much
$7,400.
are you talking about?
It was a lot more than that to bring it up to code.
But this is being brought up to code
Right.
for 7,000.
That's 5 years ago.
It's going to be brought up to code for 7,000.
5 years ago, Building 2 had the same problem, and we did. We had the circuit board rebuilt. You don't have to bring it up to code, that's a repair. This, we are replacing the system. This is everything, from start to finish, designing to finish, and a guaranteed approval. So yes, it's a lot more than $2,000.
Guaranteed approval.
That's what he said, approval by the Plantation Fire
To
Department.
me, that's worth it.
Monique, what was your comment?
They need to get 2 more bids, because like Mike said, we had some in building 4. They went like $68,000 to do the work, we got somebody a lot cheaper, so it sounds like a similar situation. I would get 2 other people in there, that we used when we did building 4, so they're more reasonable, and get at least 2 other quotes on that. It sounds a little excessive for $7,000.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't want to mess with the fire department. Let's get 2 more quotes on it,
We
and
did
then,
get one more bid. I asked Javier, there is another bid around.
all right, then we need one more then,
It
right?
was much, much more than that.
Why don't you get your guy?
How do we use when we did building 4, because it should be in the files, they were very reasonable.
Okay, well, I think Javier has some other quotes, which I didn't bring. Okay, we'll have to bring them in. All right. Apartment 310 in Building 3, which has loads of mold. Last month, they told me, go bill the owner. The owner, I couldn't find which cemetery he's built it. So I could not bill him. The heirs have already tried to give us the apartment for nothing, and we have refused. In the meantime, the mold don't care who owns it.
Right.
So, and once again, I get back to the basic question that the condo is primarily responsible. When all else fails, the condo has.
And we can't have it spread to other units.
So I would like to get some quotes and do something about building the gold and apartments.
Please proceed, Terry, with that.
Okay. Now,
Make a note of that.
now, there's a letter that we received this week from Academy. They sent me a copy.
Academy Roofing.
Academy Roofing. They went down a long list of things, truthfully, most of which I am not at all familiar with, because Monique has been handling the roof from start to finish, and the only thing that I noticed was they did not mention at all the investigation that they were conducting above apartment 504. I'm not allowed to mention.
In Building 2, we can't discuss that.
So, and that was one of the key things, who's responsible for the leaks and the mold and everything. And this is supposedly a letter that they say, this is all they're ever gonna do. I'm not so sure that that's all we want them to do. I think there'll be other things. So I'm gonna have to coordinate with Monique sometime, so she'll be here tonight. But we'll have to get together with her one day, go over this letter and tell them yes or no, or what else we're looking for.
Monique, did you hear that?
I heard it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll get to it.
Okay, that's all.
Okay, now, as far as new business, we have never resolved what we're gonna do about the catwalks. Are we gonna accept them in this condition that they're in, where they don't meet the spec, and our Swaysland just said, it's reasonable. Well, I don't believe that. I don't believe that the way they put it in is reasonable, that the finish is reasonable, and there's some question here I have on the coefficient of friction. Sheila, am I disturbing you?
I'm sorry, she has a question. What's the question?
Well, I'll let you finish. You don't want to, but you are. So stop, okay?
Let's not be rude. Let's not be rude. Did you want to know, had he spoken to the lawyer?
No, get it.
Okay, go on, Jerry, please.
Okay, we also have problems with the friction surfaces, several of the buildings, independent people complain they're slipping. And once again, they did, supposedly some outfit that works for Swaysland has done a review. According to the review, and Mr. Swaysland, it meets the OSHA requirement by 1/10 of 1%. It's just minimum OSHA. Now there's also something called Americans for Disabilities Act, which is more recent, and according to that act, all the catwalks and all the buildings are failures. Now, here again, I've been saying for some time, we start either accept all this stuff that doesn't meet, quote, specs, and pay for it later down the road, because I don't believe that Florida Choice is going to be around too much longer. And that's another problem that I have now. You can find